On top of all of those accolades, John, I have Deutsche Bank saying you're an inflation hedge and a safe haven. I just, what's the flaw here in this story? I can't find one.
Well, we're a pretty strong business. I mean, we have always had a really high floor, given we're not recession-proof, but we're recession-resilient. And then increasingly, we're a place where you can see growth. So we've grown in a new way in terms of sustainable energy projects, landfill gas to energy. We're forward integrating into plastics. And so we've really taken a business, again, that still has that same high floor, and we found new ways to grow.
Real quickly, for those of us who feel bad every time we throw out the garbage, how much of that is being turned into energy? Not just your company, but I'm talking like landfills across the country. Is 1% of it being reclaimed, or is the number much higher than that?
No, much higher than that. We have 200 active landfills today. And we have 60 projects already, and we have another 67 in the pipeline. And so obviously, when you measure that based on volume, it's more than half of those sites by volume have one of those projects, and we're going to get to more than 75% coverage here over the next 5 years, which is great. Taking something that would be thrown away forever and using that to power the communities around them. It's great for the economy, and it's great for sustainability as well.
Will you get some subsidies or tax benefits from the IRA, or if anything, will that make it harder for you guys to compete because it advantages other sources of clean energy?
No, the projects stand on their own. We will have some IRA benefit associated with that, but these are standalone projects, and we'll apply for the incentives along with others, but those aren't really dislocating the market.
Do you guys consume a lot of energy?
Yeah, we certainly do in terms of our vehicles, and so we have 18,000 trucks. We're the 5th largest vocational fleet in the United States. And about today, 20% of those trucks run on compressed natural gas. The rest run on diesel. But we're moving aggressively to electrify our fleet. We think we're going to be the first player in the vocational space at scale that goes electric. And within 5 years, about half of our fleet purchase will be electric vehicles.
Yeah, I mean, it all sounds rather investment heavy, but again, your shares are trading just off their all-time high, and they've just the stock chart just looks incredible. Let me ask you about what you're doing to kind of find talent, to hire and retain people. It sounds like one of the recent moves you've had to make is to even drop degree requirements. What is it like these days? Is it getting any easier to fill spots? Is labor market getting any less challenging?
Yeah, we're certainly better year over year. We're down about 450 basis points in turnover. So we kind of peaked in the mid-20s, and we're down just over 20%. We'd like to get that down another 100 to 150 basis points. But longer term, right, I see a world where we've really gutted vocational education in the United States, and we need more skilled workers. And so we are growing our own. We've backward integrated into driver education and technician education. But more broadly, degree requirements, and listen, education's been important for me and many others, but it's not the only path. So we like to find people who are skilled through alternative routes, whether that's career advancement through vocational jobs, or even the military is a great background, and we think that's just an advantage for us to attract more talent.
And turnover's improving, and we know the labor market's starting to get back towards normal. What are wage pressures like?
Wage pressures are starting to modulate. We certainly saw that over the last 18 months. Wages going up and turnover rising associated with that. But we've really seen that come down. We'll start to anniversary that in the second half, and we think we'll have a more normalized level of inflation going into next year. What
would be your personal, I look at your background, and, you've been at the company for, you were 8 years, I think, before becoming CEO a couple of years ago, pretty decent pedigree. What are your own personal goals before maybe you turn it over and look for the next opportunity?
Well, really, in my 10 years, we've gone from being a garbage company to a waste and recycling company, and now an environmental services and sustainability company. And, my goal is to challenge every ton that goes into a landfill and think about, could we do something different with that? Could we take it and reclaim it, repurpose it, reuse it? And so I really think people will see us as a resource and a sustainability company, and I'd love that to be the legacy for my tenure.
All right, not too shabby. John, thanks for joining us. How many people are down there to ring the bell with you?
We've got our top 30 people here, and they're really excited to celebrate our 25 years.